Computer. All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us for tonight's team call. I know it's kind of back to school and everyone's going crazy with the kids. And if you're a teacher, you're going back to school too. So thanks for jumping on live, or if you're watching the recording, thanks for jumping on and watching later. So a few announcements for tonight. Super Saturday is September 23rd. So if you're a new coach, Super Saturday is our quarterly event. So they're all over the country, whether you live in North Dakota or Washington or Florida or wherever. You can, and I'll put the link in our team page, you can look it up by zip codes to see what event is going on closest near you. So Super Saturdays are just a great way to experience what this community is all about, because, you know, being on social media and doing these Zooms is awesome, don't get me wrong, but being there live with real people and seeing people like get so excited about this and seeing transformations happen and hearing stories, like it just makes this like that much realer, if that's a word. And I haven't missed a Super Saturday in 4.5 years. I don't know how many that is. 4 times 4 is 16. So maybe this is like my 18th Super Saturday going on. So make sure that you get set up for that. That's September 23rd. I'll post a link in our team page. The All Access Challenge Pack is still on sale for $160. So I have no idea when that sale is going to end. They keep like saying one more month or one more, like whatever. So just kind of keep your eyes open and just let people know that they can kind of take that away at any moment. They didn't really even say to the end of September, so we'll kind of have to just watch and see. The week of hard labor, so Sagi's new it's actually a 5-day workout, started today. So if you go into Beachbody On Demand, you can see that a week of hard labor, there's just one workout that you can do. And then tomorrow, he'll be posting another workout, and then you can do that workout. So I started today. It's freaking hard, but I like it because I like not having that ability to see the other workouts. I don't know. I think it's just fun. So let your challengers know about that, especially if they have Beachbody On Demand. Like that's one of the perks of having Beachbody On Demand is you get all this access to everything that's coming out. The Success Club reward for this month is a webcast with Hal Elrod. And he is the author of The Miracle Morning. So we've had a couple of coaches come on our team call and talk about the Miracle Morning and how you can set your day up right in the AM and get things done that you need to and like really set your day off. So that is a Success Club reward for this month. Don't forget, this is the last month to qualify for the Diamond bonus pool. So if you are a Diamond coach, you will receive $250 for the end of the quarter. This is something new that they're trying. Obviously, I would totally push for it. That $250 could really come in handy, especially, you know, coming around Christmas time. If you have any questions about that, just look in your Coach Online office and there's all types of information. And then the other thing locally, if you are in the Philly area, this was just posted in our team page. Shaun T is going to be doing a free workout. I don't even know how they got him to do that, but registration is still open. The tickets haven't sold out yet. I don't know how they haven't sold out yet, but if you want to get on that, like do it like right now. Like you don't have to pay attention to me right now. Go and register for that. Like that, working out with Shaun T, it like gives me tingles. Like it gives me goosebumps. He's the best. You have to work out with him live. If you don't know if you can go, I don't care. Register anyways. You can always, I don't know, unregister or whatever. Just go and register for that if you're local. So tonight we were supposed to have somebody else do our team call, but something happened. So I'm kind of doing this team call on a whim, and I thought I would talk about getting coaches started right and what to teach your coaches. So if I'm kind of like all over the place, that's because I'm all over the place and I really don't have anything totally set tonight, but I just wanted to walk everybody through. And I know we have a couple new coaches on this call. Mildred from Washington, she was a free customer of mine, which I think is pretty awesome. So first thing I do with any new coaches, I want to make sure I know what their goals are and what they want out of this, right? Because we have so many things that we can give them, whether it is the team training, whether it is the coach online, the corporate training, whether it is, YouTube videos to watch and this and that. But if there's a disconnect and you don't help them get to the goal that they want to, like they might not want to leave their full-time job. They might not want to earn however much amount of money. Maybe they just want their shake paid for. Maybe they just want to earn their grocery bill paid for. That's really the first step that I always make sure that when I'm talking to them, or, and I'll go over like the questionnaire that I send out too, that we're connecting with people first and not just shoving training at them, because some people, like, we all have different personalities. We all learn different ways. And if we just, throw training at people, some people aren't going to swim with that kind of stuff. Like me, like I love training. I'm like, give me all the training you got. Like I want to watch everything. But some people get overwhelmed with that. So you have to know where they're at and be able to, run with them if they want to run, or walk with them if they want to walk. Like, for example, Dawn, she was a runner. She's like, peace out. I'm doing my own challenge groups. Have fun. I'll see you later. I'm like, all right, like I'm not going to stop her. But some people aren't like that. Some people want to be in my challenge groups first, and that's totally fine. So you have to meet people where they are at first. So anytime I get a new coach, I always send the coach welcome email. Let me share my screen and I'll show you exactly where you can find it in our team page. Go into the photos and then photo albums. You will see step-by-step trainings. Click on that. And then right here, new coach welcome email. Just click on this link and it will take you to the welcome email that I send out to my coaches. Now, I always say if you're a diamond and below coach, do not reinvent the wheel. Number one, you don't need to. You're going to be wasting your time when time is the most valuable thing that we have. Use what we already have. Here's our team coach welcome email. I know plenty of other leaders on the team. They send out their own coach welcome email. You can ask them, if your upline is different than directly to me. Make sure you ask them, see what they do. I wouldn't change it very much. Like I said, if you're, a diamond and below, you still want to be in phase one. You still want to be inviting people, recruiting, building your team before you start training and doing your own training and getting your own stuff. Use what you already have. Don't reinvent the wheel. And I'll say that a million times tonight. So I first sent out this coach welcome email. It's going to look like this, right? I'm not sure if this video is me. It might be me. I'm not sure. I don't change things a lot. Like I said, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. If a coach is going to want to do this, if they're going to get it, they're going to figure it out, right? Like when I started 4.5 years ago, I think I might have been in like a 7-day coach basics training. Like honestly, not that I don't remember. I don't think it's not all the tools that we have today, but even if I didn't have that kind of stuff, I would have figured it out anyways because I'm a self-starter, right? And that's what you're going to see is coaches that are on this call, you're all self-starters. You all take initiative. You all just step up to the plate. So even if you don't have the perfect wording in your email or you don't have the perfect video, it doesn't matter. People just want to watch and see that you're doing it, and they're going to say, all right, she's figuring it out. I'll figure it out too, right? So anyways, I have a couple things here. You can obviously look at it. This is, I have a little, I know I have it in here. I have a questionnaire. I don't know where it went. Why is it not in here? Mildred, I know you just filled it out, but I'll just go in here and show you guys. So this is the questionnaire I have coaches fill out from that email. So really just, like I said, the first thing I said is I want to make sure I know what, number one, their fitness and health goals are, because we always want to start with, the health and fitness goals first. And then I always ask this question too, like, how serious are you? If somebody fills this out and they give me like a 3 or a 5, am I going to pay attention to them? Not that I'm not going to answer any of their questions, but they're going to be at a different level than somebody that says 10. Somebody that's like, yes, I'm dead 100% serious about this. Like, I'm going to do like one-on-one calls with those people. I'm going to, run as much as they want to run. If someone's giving me a 3, 4, or 5, and I am hounding them, or I am like messaging them saying like, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? Like, I learned the hard way, chasing people doesn't make them do this anymore. Just like, inviting people, you have to invite a lot of people in order to get people that say, yes, I want to join your challenge group. Same thing with people who want to be a coach, who want to build a business. You're going to have to ask a lot of people. Typically, it's 1 out of 10. So if you get 1 out of 10 people that say, yes, I want to be a coach, out of 10 coaches that say, yes, I want to be a coach, only one of those coaches are actually going to do something with this business. So it's not you, it's not how your email is, it's not how your training is, it's just the percentage of how things are. It's the 80-20 principle. 80% of the results are going to come from 20% of the people. 80% of the people that sign up as a coach, only 20% of the people are actually going to open your email. Only 20% of the people are actually going to fill this questionnaire out if they do this. And then I just, ask them the simple questions, about personal development, if they're willing to do that. What's their biggest concerns? What does success look like for them? Not what success looked like for me, but what does it look like for them? So I'm going to obviously read this before I get on the Getting Started Right call with them. Or before, I talk to them, I'm going to have some sort of idea of where they want to head with this. So really simple how I made this is if you have Gmail account, make one up, it's free. You can go to Drive, and then you can just make questionnaires. It takes like 10 minutes. Click on New, click on Google Forms. Poof, and you can make a free questionnaire. It takes 5 minutes. You don't have to have pretty pictures. It doesn't matter. If you don't even want to do Google Forms, just ask them the questions in the email and make them, say, reply back with the answers to this, right? So where did that email go? I don't know. I lost it. See, I'm a hot mess tonight. So I send them out that welcome email. They finish the questionnaire. I direct them to where the step-by-step training is. New coach training right here. Again, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everything is already done for them, for you. They just have to go through this. For people that open the email, for people that, and that's something too that I add in the emails too. Where did I go? Is I have them introduce themselves. Here it is. I add them into the team page, but then I tell them to introduce themselves. Like if somebody is willing to introduce themselves in a page, like that is somebody I'm going to pay attention to. That is a person who's not scared. Maybe they are scared, but they're willing to take that initiative and post something in their team page. So, and I used to do that too, where I would, say, hey, everybody, like, welcome Alicia. She, was in my challenge group. She lost blah, blah, blah. Like she loves da, da, da. But I don't think it serves that person anything. I think having them, like I said, step up, take that initiative has worked out really well for me. So everything that I'm saying or doing, like, guys, this is your own business, right? You can decide to do a video. You can decide, not to do a questionnaire. You can decide to just welcome them yourselves in the team page. You have to find things that work for you, test it out for a month or two, and see if it works, right? Like, I didn't have this all in the beginning. I used my coach's email in the beginning. And then I tweaked it as I went along. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to change this, or I'm going to change that. Or when I went to Summit, other top coaches, they shared their emails and what they said. So I stole a little bit of theirs. And, now it's something like this. I'm sure in another year, my email and my training might be a little bit different. You just have to see what's going to work for you, what's going to work for your coaches that you bring on, because they're all going to be different, right? Like, the coaches I bring on are going to be a little bit different than the coaches Alicia brings on, right? Like, we're similar, but like, she has her farm wife thing and I have my Jersey girl thing. So everyone's going to relate to some, you're going to relate to everybody a little bit differently. So you might have to, edit, delete a few sentences or two. Don't reinvent the wheel. So after they get the email, I see they filled out the questionnaire, I saw that they welcomed themselves in the team page. That's when I do a getting started right call. So this Thursday, and I don't do this often, usually I do my getting started right calls one-on-one, just because, again, I want that relationship. I want to get that personal feel. I want to get to know them. But I also think it's important to get new coaches. Also, if you have like a bunch of new coaches all at once, you can do a getting started right call with them. So this Thursday, I believe at 8 o'clock, I'm doing a team getting started right call. So it's going to be just like this, and I'm just going to walk the new coaches through very basic, simple things. I walk them through the email again. I make sure that I'm being very repetitious for a reason. If you remember when you were a new coach, this was very overwhelming. You had no idea what Success Club was. You had no idea what Super Saturday is. But when they hear the same things over and over and over, repetition is the mother of all teaching tools. That's what I'm doing on the Getting Started Right call. Hopefully they watch the videos that I put in the emails. I'm going to go over all of that again. I'm going to walk them through the first 30. So when a new coach signs up, when they first get their account, they get a welcome email from corporate. They can walk themselves through that too. I send my own email out. So, I mean, if people want to be, self-starters and have that initiative, like, they can just use all of corporate stuff, right? It's the same information. It's just going to be corporate versus my voice. So I'll walk them through that coach email again that I sent them. I'll make sure that they have that basic information done. So first thing I always make sure they have done is their bio and their before pics in their bio link. So their little bio and their pics. So I'll share my screen. So I tell them, go to teambeachbody.com. This is how you log in. Go here, put in your email with your password you made up. Click on my dashboard. Make sure you edit your, I don't know how those red lines showed up. Make sure you edit your basic, this bio right here. I say you only need a sentence. Click save. And then photos, they just need photos put in here. Make sure it's saved. That's it. I've seen way too many times when coaches hit Success Club, they're emeralds, and they don't get free customers because this silly stuff is not done. It's the first thing every coach should get done. It doesn't take any talent to put a sentence and to put pictures up, right? But it's super important when coaches really succeed and they hit emerald, they hit Success Club, you want to make sure that they're getting those free customers. So that's the first thing I always talk about, and I always make sure that's what I go through. If it's a coach that hasn't done Beachbody before, Beachbody On Demand, sometimes I'll walk them through that. I always go through the shop on how they can order things for them personally, and then I just go right into the Coach Online office. If my internet wants to work. And then I go through the first 30. And this is in the email as well. So I'll go through all down here and then I'll really hit on the bio behaviors. If I have time, I really like to keep my getting started right calls at like, ew, a bug, at like 45 minutes tops. I could talk about this stuff for, 2 hours, but past an hour, people, all that information is going over their heads. They can't concentrate anymore. They're overwhelmed. It's just like too much information all at once. So, make your getting started right calls 45 minutes. Go through that basic stuff. Go through that first 30. And then if I have like, an extra, 2 minutes or something, I'll make sure they know how to share the videos. And I'll make sure they know how to find the FAQs and sign up for the newsletter. And that's pretty much it. Everything else, they're going to learn in Coach Basics. They're going to learn on other team calls. And they're going to learn when you do one-on-ones with them. So after the Getting Started Right call, if they haven't done the coach training yet, I'll make sure that they know, make sure they do that first. And then if it's somebody that's, saying that they're like a 7, 8, 9, 10, that they're serious about this, then I'll make sure that I'm doing at least, 3 one-on-one calls with them for those first 3 weeks. So within that first month, I want to at least get 3 one-on-one calls with them. First one being the Getting Started Right call, and then 2 other just one-on-one calls, just to make sure that they know what they're doing with the training. So let me share my screen again. And these are the things that I want to make sure that they know. So reviewing email, doing that on the Getting Started Right call. I used to have them do About Me form. That's what the questionnaire is taking place for. This is the Coach Basics training, making sure that they're doing that. Getting Started Right call, we're doing that. Making sure that they are, having a list and adding people on Facebook. That's one thing I always say in the Getting Started Right calls is during that, in inviting people and how scared I was to invite people. In my mind, I just needed to make friends with people. That was my inviting when I was when I was first a new coach, was just adding those 5 people per day. So getting people to start thinking about who they can talk to, or just start forming people, messaging people, talking to people. That's what you want people to start thinking about in their head. Making their coming out post on Facebook, and that's in the Coach Basics training too, on how you can tell people that you're a Beachbody coach and what to say and what pictures to post for that. And help them with that. I had a coach today, she sent me what she was going to post. I helped her, craft it, just switch this here, flip that there, make sure you post a picture, and bam. And it really doesn't even matter what the post says. You're helping them with it, but it's just that action. It's just them stepping outside of their comfort zone, putting that first post, on Facebook if they haven't been posting in a while or haven't ever posted before. It just kind of rips the Band-Aid off for them. So make sure that they're doing that. Letting them know about, personal development's huge. I've been kind of going, normally I either go with the Compound Effect or GoPro, but lately I've been doing the Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. I just think that one is it just hits every feeling that you're having being, a new coach, and all the feelings and all the doubts and all the insecurities that you go through, and he pinpoints right on that. So and I'll send them that one for free on Audible. That way, they don't have to get anything. If they want to listen to it, it's right there for them to listen to. I also let them know that they are, coming on the team calls. I let, that's in the Coach Welcome email. I let them know our team calls every Tuesday, 8:30. Training. And the last one is huge too. That's part of their goal, is their own health and fitness goals. Make sure they know, being a product of the product, if they want to really jumpstart with this quick, they want to do a program from start to finish. They want to do the containers to a T as best as they can. And they want to be drinking their Shakeology every single day. Not only does it, obviously they're going to get results if they do it, but that's going to get them feeling more confident, right? Like that was my thing when I was first doing this. Like I had no confidence, but finishing Insanity, like doing that workout program showed me I could do hard freaking things, showed me like, man, like I could do something that I didn't think I could do. So make sure they're committing to a program from start to finish. Make sure they're taking their before and after picture. I always kick myself in the butt for not taking that original before picture because I was too scared. I didn't have anyone telling me to do that. So make sure you tell them to do that kind of stuff. And then going through the vital behaviors, which you're going to do on the Getting Started Right call. So end of month 1 goals. On the old like checklist that corporate used to have, it used to give them like 3 goals that they want to hit. Obviously, like you always, and this I would save for like your second or third one-on-one call where you're talking about, you know, what's the first rank, right? How many times they want to be posting on social media. If it's somebody that has never posted on social media before, telling them to post 3 times a day is going to blow their minds. Tell them to post once per day, right? Going over Success Club, making sure they're doing their personal development, making sure they're, you know, still doing the first things that you said a week ago to keep adding, you know, 5 friends per day. Talk to them about Success Club. How do you earn Success Club? Why does it grow your business? How do you get those free customers? Because if you're a new coach, you're for sure scared that you don't have anyone to talk to, or you really don't want to talk to your friends and family. That free lead wheel is huge for new coaches if they hit Success Club. So let them know about that. Go through a power hour. Make sure they're getting on our team power hour. So our team power hour is 5:30 a.m. Eastern Central Time. So for those, Mildred, I'm sorry. That is like 2:30 a.m. for you. I know Alicia does one at 4:30, so that might be a little bit of a closer time for you. But you want to make sure that they know what a power hour is and that they're sticking to the tasks that are going to get them results. I know I was guilty as a new coach of just scrolling Facebook. I'd say, oh, I'm doing my Beachbody business. Let me look at what everyone else is doing. And I didn't do anything. I was a watcher. I was looking. I was planning in my mind of what I wanted to say, but I never said anything. So make sure that they're actually taking action and they're using that power hour list, even if they can't come on live, that you at least share that with them. And then the 2-month goals. Let's see if I can see it. Nope. Okay, same thing. Going back to what you did the first call, the second call, making sure that they're doing that. If they've achieved Emerald, what's the next step, right? Like if you have a runner, make sure you're running with them. Make sure you're teaching them about volume, right? Like you're not going to talk about that right off the bat, but if someone is signing up a lot of people, they're a big recruiter, you want to make sure that you're talking about, coach placement. Like that's going to be saved for somebody that's a runner, right? For somebody that's signing up a lot of people. That's not stuff you're going to talk about right away, but have that in the back of your mind, especially, month 2, that you're talking about that stuff with them. This is when you can start talking about like, all right, if they've gotten challengers in their challenge groups, now talk about the business, right? And inviting people to the business opportunity. Like that is another thing that I was very hesitant about. Like, and I'm sure all of you are saying the same thing, like inviting people to the business opportunity is probably one of the hardest things to do as a coach, but let them know that, if they have challengers that are getting results, like duh, it's a great fit for them to at least ask. You never know what someone is, if they want to do this or not. You have to put that out there. And just really going through and getting their coaches started right? So if your new coach is signing new coaches, it's not their responsibility to train their people. It's your star, diamond, and above. So if you're a diamond coach and you have coaches and they're signing up coaches, you really should not be training them unless you 100% feel confident in what you're doing. That really should be for your star, diamond, and me. To take care of. If you're a new coach and you sign on coaches, you're not responsible for training them. You're still a new coach yourself. So you obviously, as a new coach, just want to say, I have no idea what I'm doing in this business, but it's fun. I'm learning a lot. There's these awesome ladies I'm a part of. I'm part of this great team. Do you want to do this with me? And then your upline, your star diamond upline is going to train you and train them together. So make sure that you're helping them out with that too. Don't just say, all right, like they're runners, like they can go do this on their own. No, like you still need to be a part of that with them. And writing out weekly goals too. Like that was huge for me, is making sure that I never goal setted before. And most people, like, they don't know what that is. So go through with them, like first month as a new coach, what do you want to achieve for your goals? What's your own health and fitness goals, number one? And then they might need some help with with their business goals. So you might want to, shoot them some ideas of getting their Shakeology paper or getting to Emerald or starting their first challenge group. So you might have to shoot them some ideas, but make sure that like each month you're asking them, okay, so let me know what are your new goals for this month. Keep and share what your goals are too. I think that's, you're setting the standard for your own coaches. Like if you're not showing up on team calls, your coaches aren't going to be showing up on team calls. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. If you're not posting in the team page, your coaches aren't going to be posting in the team page. So you have to set up that standard for your teams, for your coaches, that whatever they see you doing, they're going to be like, all right, I guess I should do that. So if you're not goal setting, they're not going to be goal setting either. If you're not adding people on Facebook, if you're not inviting people to the coach opportunity, what makes you think your coach is going to do that? They're not. So that's all I got for tonight. I know I went through like a ton, and I see Dawn's like eyes popping. So I am going to stop talking. If anyone has any questions, or, Shannon, Alicia, Erica, if you girls have anything that you think are good tips for getting coaches started right, unmute yourselves.
One thing I have too that I always try to do is have them go through like that Coach Online Office stuff, because I think that has really, really good training too, and that's given to us. So like, I know sometimes like setting them off and doing like our group team training can be kind of like, I don't know, it's good training, but sometimes I feel like they need to be more like on task. Like sometimes I feel like if you just say, oh, do this training, and then they never do it, whereas the Coach Online Office is kind of like new and exciting to them, and they want to do that more, I guess, and it's more interesting to them to like explore it, I guess, on their own. So that's just kind of the feedback that I've gotten from my own coaches. So I don't know if anybody else has any feedback, but I guess that's kind of what I do. And I just send my people to the Coach Online Office and say like, complete this before we talk again, or utilizing some of that training that's in there, because they explain it so well. Like some of those videos like Jeff Hill does, like on volume and just different things like that. Sometimes I'll even go back and listen to those if I have questions or need input on something.
And I really like what Alicia said too, is at the end of your call, say, okay, for our next call, have this, this, and this done. And then if they show up to the next call and they didn't do anything, you know where you need to be spending your time, and that's not going to be with that coach. Your time is your time, right? Like that's one thing we can't get. And I know that sounds a little harsh, a little mean, but I learned the hard way with wasting my not that I wasted my time, but my time could have been better well spent with other people or with my husband, who's asleep now. So that's okay. He's asleep right now. So I don't mind being on team calls. He knows Tuesday nights are for that, as I'm digressing. But yeah, and I love that, the training in the Coach Online Office. I mean, it's done for us, right? So I'll have like, I'll show people our team training, and then after they're done with that, go and do the Coach Online Office training. Who's done that in here? Erica, have you done it? No?
Sorry, yeah, I've done some of it.
Have you done some of it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What do you do for your coaches, or?
Well, I'm still figuring it out.
I mean, and this is always going to be a change, always a forever change in progress type of thing. I'll learn as you go. All right. Anyone else with questions, comments? Dawn, you still have that bewildered face on you.
No, I'm good. I'll figure it out.
There we go. You're just figuring it out. And I'll share, and I believe I just shared all these checklists in our team page, but I'll post them again for you girls to look at too. And I didn't make these checklists up. Like, someone else posted it from somewhere and I just stole them. It's all the same information, right? Don't need to reinvent the wheel. All right, ladies, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thanks for coming on. Have a great one, and we will see you next Tuesday. If you have any new coaches that want to do their Getting Started Right call on Thursday, same link as the team call. I'll see them then. Have a good one.